How does the media create moral panics in regards to education? What is a moral panic? An instance of public anxiety or alarm in response to a problem regarded as threatening the moral standards of society. Amongst researchers, the term moral panics is more likely to be taken as a contradictory social process shaping public perceptions of exigent threats to the moral order of society. Societies appear to be subject, every now and then, to periods of moral panic. Folk Devils and Moral Panics by Stanley Cohen is a pivotal text that enlightens the everyday man as to how the media is instrumental in the creation and repercussion of moral panics. Cohen's book enlightens us to the fact that the media distort stories in regards to their importance, the way they are described, and the threats they pose. As highlighted by Cohen, the way in which the media distorts stories and realities creates fear. This manufactured fear is especially true in regards to education. Stories revolving around education scandals or school failures are particularly able to create societal panics. The media can so easily create these panics around education because it's a relatable issue. At some point in our lives, we were involved in education, we might currently be, and someone we know will be involved in education, such as family members or even our children. Article headlines are a frequent source of manufactured panic, playing on common fears of education using techniques such as exaggeration. 2016 NAPLAN results show literacy numeracy skills have flatlined despite record government funding. IT crisis looms as computer literacy plummets in Australian schools. Special school teacher accused of assaulting disabled child. It's war, while there is a new battle looming over public and private school funding. NAPLAN results show top student standards drop. Even more eloquent than articles' headlines that grab attention, televised news is able to appeal to a wider audience and create anxiety around certain issues using forms of media manipulation.
Well, it's been claimed today that Australia's education system is in crisis. Experts have told politicians that the nation's schools are marching backwards and students are stuck in the crossfire. They say that if more money isn't injected immediately, there are severe social and economic consequences.
Pretty disturbing education statistics. 10% of Australian trainee teachers have failed a maths and literacy test. Questions, and 10% of teachers aren't passing. They're not up to scratch. So, what hope do our students have, Neil?
Media manipulation allows these false images of education to be portrayed. The news overcrowds information and diverts attentions to suppress information or highlight a beneficial point of view. The great public vs private school debate is a great example of media manipulation. There are many claims for both sides, such as there is no academic benefit for students attending independent schools, when in actuality the 2015 top 10 schools in New South Wales were all independent schools. Within his textbook, Gordon Tate addressed a common misconception that the media doesn't create moral panics, but even if it does, this doesn't affect education. Cohen demonstrated that the media does create moral panics. Tate took it further in showing us that these moral panics can be, and often are, centered around education and schools. The media frequently plays a significant role in whipping up moral panics within our society. Panics that have both direct and indirect consequences for education, and which feed back into the public policy and determine our perceptions of what is going on in our schools.